regular news forum. Today, we invited two USECs. We have DNR Undersecretary Benny Antiporda to give us an update on various rehabilitation projects, programs of the DNR, especially yung status ng Boracay, Manila Bay rehab, and then also meron ding planned rehab ng El Nido. Tapos meron pa yata ang Baguio, no?
Yes, sir.
Parang makita kita may Baguio.
Yes.
So, mapping na yan.
It's meant to close El Nido.
3 months or El Nido?
Wala pa.
Wala pa. Anyway, tapos, siya yata, ikaw ang namamala sa solid waste management
Yes, sir.
efforts ng DNR.
Yes, sir.
So, relevant ito, lalo na pag-clear ng mga esteros.
Yes, sir. Not only the stairs, but even the dump sites. Yun yung
Dump sites.
main objective.
Saka
Shut
yung
it down.
garbage.
Yung mga illegal dump sites.
Okay. Sige, tanongin natin siya tungkol sa mga specific programs at projects ng DNR. We also have Undersecretary Lorraine Badoy ng Philippine Presidential Communications Operations Office na which acts as the press. Ano to?
Office of the Press
Office of
Secretary.
the Press Secretary dati.
Tapos nung panahon nila Pinoy, tinanggal niya.
Meron bang plano na i-restore yung
Sir, meron ganun.
Office of the Press
Kasi
Secretary?
masyadong magulo. Kasi
Okay.
mas maayos yun.
Ang focus ni Usec Badoy is yung localized peace talks. Ikaw yung head ng National Task Force.
Ako yung, sir, ako yung head convener ng strategic communications ng National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict. PO-17 ni Pangulo.
So this is aimed at ending yung communist insurgency at the local level,
Yes, sir.
dahil sarado na yung national level peace talks with National Democratic Front.
Yeah.
Sige, sino ang gusto mo tingnan? Ikaw na?
Okay, ladies first.
Ladies na.
Ganun ba?
Okay.
Okay. Yung EO-70, okay, so, December of 2018, the President signed Executive Order number 70 that created the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict. Tapos nakikita namin ngayon na yun yung last 3 years niya in office, dyan talaga siya magko-concentrate. Kasi once and for all, the President wants to address this problem that's been a scourge of our country for the longest time. You know, I'm a graduate of UP, and so I know how it's insinuated itself at the CPP-NPA, how deeply they've infiltrated our society, and as a doctor, so that's the way I talk. Parang that's my metaphor. How deeply wounded we are because of this CPP-NPA, and how they've infiltrated media, the academe, church, all sectors, women, youth, farmer, fisher folk, all that, and a lot of it is also unwitting. Like I was, for instance, with Gabriela, I had no idea. I was with Salugpungan schools as a volunteer doctor, but I had no idea that I was being used by a front of the CPP-NPA. So that's how good they are, because they've had 50 years of almost not just unchallenged, but the government even danced with them, di ba? Colluded. A lot of politicians really collude with this terrorist, because the CPP-NPA is a terrorist group. So one of the first things that we did was I was part of the European delegation that appeared before the UN Brigade in Bosnia last February, and then we also spoke to European members of parliament and also the Belgian government. It was the first time ever that something like this was being done, and the goal was to ask them. Well, first of all, was to unmask, because a lot of this. I mean, if you look at the organization of the CPP-NPA, NDF, it's really amazing in the breadth. No? Internationally, they've already included 39 countries and all the continents. So ganun na talaga yung infiltration nila. So we went to Europe to tell them about all of this, and then to also ask that they stop funding fronts of the CPP-NPA, because the funds that they were giving these fronts were being used to finance terrorism and poverty in our country. So I'm very happy to report to you that a lot of this, almost close to 100% of the ones that we approached have stopped the funding. So that's a big thing. Rural Missionaries of the Philippines. What else pa nga? I think even those salubungan schools, it's going to be the funds of, if it hasn't yet,
Tribal.
IPs, yes.
Tribal.
Yeah, because what happened was that, backstory, the reason the President created the National Task Force was because nung nag-summit last year, nag-Indigenous Peoples Summit noong January 2018, he found out that 60 to 90% of the NPAs were IPs. In other words, and he was so alarmed by this because what that meant was that dun kinukuha ng mga NPAs na yun yung mga ano nila, yun yung mga sundalo na nila, di ba? Tapos nalaman namin na grabe yung ginagawa nila sa IPs talaga. Kasi malayo sila, so malayo sa gobyerno, and then the past governments are really very indifferent to them, di ba? So, for instance, their children were being snatched from them. They had no choice, otherwise they would be killed. At as young as 5 years old to become child warriors, and they were educated in the salubungan schools.
Miseducated.
Yeah, miseducated to be child warriors. You know, by 8 years old, they're taught to kill. And how are they taught to kill? And I'm not pulling this out of thin air, but these are accounts by actual child warriors. How they're taught to kill is someone is right in front of them and killed, and then they have to do the same thing.
Is that the reason na sinara yung mga schools doon sa ano?
Yeah, yes. Hindi naman sinarado, di ba? Parang suspended lang. Hindi siya sinarado. Pero yun mo, yung natutunan ko kasi, yung tactic na ginagawa ng CPP-NPA, kasama ng mga fronts nila, is dual revolutionary. They take a very precious concepts of the indigenous people, for instance, salubungan. That concept, what it really means is peaceful defense of our community. So they get that concept, they steal it, and then they use it to mean whatever they want it to mean. So they use it as salubungan schools, diba? And then and a lot of them are UP graduates. No? So when they go to, for instance, when they present their misinformation to international organizations, fantastic. The brochures are beautiful, and the language is really, really fantastic. They really win hearts and minds. So, and then that's how they get their funding. I mean, you look at all their sites, like Ibon Foundation is a CPP-NPA front. So they've sued us left and right, red tagging daw, cha-cha-cha, like that, all of that. But gosh, I mean, please, enough of that. So, if you go to their websites, and you will see all the time, donate. So it's really about money, a lot of it.
Ma'am, what's wrong with red tagging?
Kaya nga.
Legal naman ang...
Kaya nga, sila naman mismo. And actually, so din nagre-reklamo sila, yung mga Gabriela, they sued us, no? I was one of the respondents, kasama si Pangulo, tsaka yung mga ganyan, mga members ng task force na red tagging daw, yung Gabriela, yung LFS, ganyan, di ba? But from the mouth of Joma himself, he was the one who actually said na yan yung mga fronts namin, di ba? So yun. So anyway, you know, most of my adult life, I've worked for and with the poor. And I couldn't understand why is it so hard to get them out of poverty? Parang imposible na talaga to. And then I realized it's because of the CPP-NPA, NDF, you know. Their business model is to keep the poor and the country in chaos, because in that way they can collect funds, they can misrepresent the Philippines, diba? And they're behind a lot of this negative, totally negative press that the Philippines gets, like that 30,000, 27,000 EJKs. Ang gumawa naman yan, Ibon Foundation yung mga magandang brochure nila, or that the president is a dictator, a butcher. There's an Aus Duterte movement that's fueled by Joma Season's fraud organizations.
Anong kinukonsider nun? Approach para to do away with this
I'm sorry?
anong approach ang
Ginagamit namin?
gagawin niyo?
Oh,
I
okay.
understand
do you-
merong whole of nation approach.
Yes,
Can you
whole of
explain
nation.
ano yung, what precisely this means? Ano yung
Okay.
components nito? Ano yung
Okay, so you know when I say,
basic,
okay.
basic principle behind this?
Okay, so first of all, Bobot, I'll give you the organizational structure of an idea of how the organizational structure of the task force looks like. There are 12 clusters. That includes, for instance, the communication cluster, the basic services, local peace talks, basta ganyan, ano. And then that's on the national level. And we've cascaded it to the regional level. So per region has also 12 clusters, and all the way down to the barangay level. But the best part for me, for a lot of us, is that NTF really is about good governance. We realize that, for instance, the reason that the IPs are vulnerable to these bastards, these liars, is because they've not really been served by government. Talagang nakalimutan sila. And if you really go to the farthest reaches, talagang wala. Wala talaga. Kung ano yung sinasabing kasinungalingan ng CPP-NPA na walang pakialamang gobyerno sa inyo, for the longest time, totoo yun. Diba? So, madali talaga silang himukin. So, hindi mo naman pwedeng makikipag-away ka all the time, di ba? Hindi. So now, a big part of the movement, maybe more than 60% of the NTF is really about good governance. It's about fighting corruption. It's about, in government talaga, I'm a newcomer in government. It's appalling sometimes how the indifference is there na walang pakialam, and the incompetence and the corruption. I mean, if you listen to the President's sona, you can really feel his heartache about the corruption. It's the same with us. Parang grabe the corruption. But that's not to misrepresent government also. A lot of public servants are also very, very faithful and hardworking. So, but there's that. So if the whole of nation means that we're going to educate, for ordinary citizen, you educate yourself about what it is you're joining. You're joining ACT. Oh, that's a front of the CPP-NPA. How do I know this? Joba Season says so himself. And they give themselves away. But a lot of it is unwitting. You don't know what you're joining until, di ba?
Ma'am, paano magtatagumpay ang gobyerno? I mean, kagaya nyo.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, aalis kayo dyan sa gobyerno.
Oo, sir.
Yung sundalo mag-retiro.
Oo, sir.
Yung mayor na inutusan nyo, baka matalo after 3 years.
Oo, sir.
Pero yung kinakalabang NPA, till kingdom kami.
Oo nga, sir.
Look at General Palparan,
Yeah.
where he is now.
Yeah. The two biggest strengths of the CPP-NPA is their mass-based organization and their propaganda. Very strong, fantastic propaganda machine.
And presence everywhere.
Yeah, the present mass-based organization. They're really everywhere. I mean, they're fisher folk, farmers, and all that, diba? So, saan ba manggagaling yung lakas ng, paano namin masisiguradong tuloy-tuloy ito? Hindi naman, kaya nga whole of nation siya, kasi wala namang talagang movement na mananalo, na magtatagumpay kung hindi siya mass-based, kung hindi siya manggagaling sa tao mismo, di ba? So kung yung pinaka-aim namin is to institutionalize good governance, which includes the punishment of corruption. If you fire and you, for as long as we're here, we'll do whatever we can, which means that you try as much as you can to institutionalize good governance. And so that the people are won over, because the government can only do so much, no? After that, no movement will succeed if it doesn't come from the people itself, and that's a realization that we have now. So you really have to win people over. And how do you win people over? I think the way the president does it, but being very sincere, very hardworking, and very upfront with the people. That's your best shot. And then nabubuko na naman sila. I mean, they've already been unmasked. So while we're here, we'll unmask them as much as we can.
So, we get a categorical statement na
Yes.
wala na talagang national level peace talks. As far as Duterte is concerned.
Yes, sir.
wala
Yeah,
na.
because diba ang mga CPP-NPA, ang mga komunista, protracted war yan. Kaya nga sila 50 years eh.
Protracted
Diba?
struggle.
Talagang dahan-dahan yan, diba? And kaya nang wala ng mga peace talks na on the national levels, because you realize that it's one of their tools in the protracted war, diba? They don't come to the table with clean hands, so but localized peace talks, yes.
So how do you talk to mga local NPA commanders?
We win them over. A lot of them have already surrendered. They're given livelihood, they're given, also because on their own they realize that this is just a lot of BS, that they're being used. They've been promised land, but wala naman eh. Diba? And yet the President Duterte gives, but mahirap kasi noon, kasi yung mga pangulo naman noon, walang pakialam talaga eh. Hindi sila umaabot sa punto na they're very serious about agrarian reform, diba? This President is very serious. He's the only president so far who has given this much land. No? So what was your question, sir? Did I answer your question?
National level, wala na.
Wala na yun. For now, sir. Wala yun.
I would think na yung localized peace talks would not work kung yung mga local commanders
Yeah.
talaga na win over ng gobyerno.
Oo,
Or
sir. Yeah.
made
Yeah.
to surrender.
That's why the DILG is also very active in the National Task Force, because then you really have to win them over, no? and make sure that the structures are in place to support them so that they can really have better lives, no? Than the ones being promised by these bastards.
Ano ba yung actual situation on the ground? Ilan yung NPA na estimate na militar?
Parang I'm not so sure. Parang 3,000, mga ganyan na lang siya.
3,000 to
3,500,
4,000
mga ganyan, no? Mga ganyan na lang, sir.
As compared to 150,000.
Yeah, very long
Yeah.
time. They're really dwindling na talaga sila, sir. So, we would be fools. I mean, was it Sun Tzu who said, we would be fools not to stick the knife in while they're down, di ba? We really mean to be done with this before the president steps down in 2024. Talo na naman talaga sila eh.
Pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung military action.
Oo, sir, pero hindi na siya, sir, nung mga 70s, 80s, mga 80s, 90s, di ba parang ang misconception was that this is a military problem, therefore it's just a military solution, which is so wrong. Talagang siya, political problem siya, social-cultural problem, educational problem, so that it's everybody talaga when we sit in the task force, the solutions are really, it's really buo, na you really have to provide all of this, no? It can't be. In fact, the military solution has taken a backseat eh.
Ma'am, sabihin niyo ba kung sino-sino yung kasama sa media,
Yeah.
infiltrated, o sa
Yeah.
gobyerno? Will you name them?
You know, the NUJP I have run in NUJP, I think a lot of it's unwitting also, but maybe they should look to their leaders and for me kasi it's a mystery eh. NUJP, for instance, says that they're not CPP NPA, right? And yet you ask, what's his name, Nonoy Espina? Could you denounce the atrocities that the CPP NPA have done? It's fantastic, horrible atrocities, and you don't hear a freaking word from them. Why is that so hard to do? I mean, children are being used as child warriors, di ba? And women are raped, and disalubungan schools, and not a word from you. I thought you're human rights defenders. Karapatan, not a word. Gabriela, not a word. Why? Why is that? Why is that so hard to do to denounce this? Akala ko ba matapang kayo?
Kung darating kayo sa individual naming, you know.
No. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
So, it's coming.
I hope, yeah. I would not mind, but you know, I don't act on my own. But I mean, I would not mind. I'm just really sick and tired of this BS.
Did I hear you right that you went to different countries
Yes, sir.
to deprive the CPP NPA
Their
funding?
funding, yes, sir.
Were you
Yes, in
successful
Europe.
towards that?
I'm sorry, sir.
Were you successful?
Yes, sir.
Oo.
Yes. Yes,
But
sir.
there is one local source
Yeah,
that they were getting from the party list system.
yeah.
What's your direction towards that?
Yung party list, sir.
Yeah, they get money from Congress.
Oo, from Congress itself, di ba? Pero na disseminate na sila na-cut into half na sila. Ilang months pa lang kami sa NDF, di ba? I think from 11 seats, parang 5 na lang yata, or something like that. I'm not so sure, sorry, but
Okay,
Pero,
kaya pa muna.
yeah. Yes, sir.
Usec, good morning.
Yeah. Hi,
Nabanggit
Jay.
nyo kanina, J-Mark po,
Jay Mark.
from DWIC. Tanong ko lang po, sabi nyo kanina mga nasa 3,000 na yung
CPP NPA.
CPP
Oh, yung armed component.
meron pa mga sumusurrender sa atin.
Yes.
So,
Tuloy-tuloy.
mga gaano ho ang bilang estimation mo ng mga nakumalit na mga rebel returnees? Di ba meron tayong program na i-clip?
Oo, yung i-clip, yung
Yes po.
enhanced.
Mga ilan po yung estimation natin mga rebel returnees?
hindi ko alam. Sorry, I don't have the number right now. Pero
Pero-
tuloy-tuloy yun eh, J. Mark. Tuloy-tuloy. Like recently lang, galing kami sa Tagum. I think 2 weeks ago pa lang yun. Nagbigay si Pangulo ng free housing sa mga former rebels. Tapos, just recently din, meron din siyang gano'n. Mas tuloy-tuloy si Pangulo. Makita mo naman siya, tuloy-tuloy talaga kung saan siya pumupunta. Pumunta pa muna kami. Pero talagang gano'n siya. Yun talaga yung priority niya, talagang i-win over sila. Yung usapang maayos na bigay niya na lang yung balik na kayo sa gobyerno, balik na kayo sa Kasi ito namang gobyerno to is very sincere. Diba?
Sino yung mga foreign funders ng local?
Yung
Okay.
Belgian government.
One.
Pero unwitting. Marami yan unwitting.
Yung funding for ostensibly development project.
Oo, kasi
Pero
sir, ang ganda talaga.
Di
Tapos
na-divert
nalaman,
to...
tapos nalaman
large
kasi
project.
namin, tinanong na, hindi sila maniwala nung una until we gave them evidence, di ba? And then we found out that the Belgian government, they were very generous. At talagang billions talaga. Not once did they come here and check. Di ba? Not once. Oh, Joseph. They're very naive actually. Very naive. So in the end, they were very grateful when we told them this. Yes, sir.
I visited your office at Camp Aguinaldo once, the task force.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have a new approach. You don't call rebels as rebel returnees. You call them now as former rebels, FR. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Now, about reprisals.
Yeah.
Commanders or NPA warriors, when they surrender, it's a record that there are reprisals. How do you solve that? Reprisals mean to say for those who did not surrender, they might get killed. How do you solve that problem?
I think the military na siguro yun, sir. Mas na yun. Mas military solution na yun.
Do you relocate them? Meaning you say when they
Yes,
surrender,
yes, sir, yes,
you
yes.
relocate them to another area
Yes.
so that they will be
Yes,
defended.
if they so wish.
Yes, all right. Oh.
That is a personal choice of them and we give that option. Like the ones in Tagum, the housing that the president gave in Tagum City. A lot of the rebels there from other parts of Mindanao. And the housing there that was recently awarded, it's called Freedom Residences. Nakatenga yan for the longest time kasi ginawang nung panahon nila Pinoy, mga corruption yan, yung mga bahay na substandard na gano'n. Tapos inayos ng HUD-C ni Jun Escalada. Tapos ang ganda-ganda na. Tapos marami. Tapos it's in Tagum. Tagum is very progressive. So may trabaho, may mga ganyan. So they don't get relocated in dead spots. They get relocated in areas where they can really start over.
You get complaints from these former rebels about corruption at the local level, which is
Yes.
still prevailing up to now.
Yes,
Actually, the
yes.
president accepted it.
Yes.
How do you correct their minds as far as their perception that the local LGUs are still very corrupt?
Yeah, but then sir, all the time it's always the truth. Then you sit them down and say, well,
Right,
that's really the situation right now. And even a president as sincere as this and as strong as this cannot wipe out corruption all at once. So we all have to do it this. We all have to get our acts together and like for instance, simple things like you report to us, and then something will be done.
Yeah,
At this point,
that's
something
good,
will be, because a lot of my friends, they complain. This experience of corruption and ganyan. So give me the names. And they're afraid, what will I do? Magic? What will I do? Do your part. Do your freaking part. Government's doing their part now, but you have to also step up. That's the whole of nation approach. We're not magicians, no? We can't save you. We all have to save ourselves. And I believe that this is our point in history where we can move our country forward, because where else can we have a president like this? Diba? We've not had anyone like this in, forever. So now's the time for us to get together as a nation, whatever part of the political divide you're in, and let's just move the country forward.
Okay. Mamaya siguro, let's field more. We'll entertain more questions regarding this. At this point, we would like to ask Usec Benny Antiporda to
My
give us an
friend.
update on DENR projects at this point.
Okay. After the warrior, pambansang basurero naman. Okay. There's this news that said that the regional offices of the three government agencies, namely the ILG, DOT, and DNR is coming up with the recommendation for the closure of the 4 barangays in El Nido. Basically, it triggered after the sampling of the water quality of outfalls in El Nido, no? So these are the name of the outfalls: the Kadlaw outfall, which is 120,975 MPN per 100 milliliter. The Masagana outfall, 86,645 NPN per 100 milliliter. El Nido Estero outfall, 86,645 MPN, 100 mils per 100 milliliter. And the Korong-Korong outfall, which is 99,315 MPN per 100 liter. So, the barangays that are the said outfalls are located in Barangay Masagana, Barangay Buena Suerte, and Barangay Korong-Korong, no? And the other barangay, yung outfall niya, yung outfall ng Barangay Masagana, ang pinanggagalingan talaga is yung Barangay Maligaya. So these 4 barangays, ito yung 4 na target na i-recommend for closure. Temporary closure, of course. Now, since it is within the jurisdiction of the 3 secretaries, Secretary Anyo, Secretary Puyat, and Secretary Simatu, it has been recommended already, and under talks na sila, and within August 1, maglalabas ng decision. So, expect na every angle will be considered. First of all, the economic angle of it, economic impact, the tourism impact, and of course, yung environmental impact, which is the most important part. Yun yung kailangan nating bigyan ng pansin, no? We're not sure kung ano yung magiging decision nila, kung closure ba, kung temporary mitigation, but the temporary precautionary measure na ginawa namin is we secured the area, we seek for the assistance of the PMP para hindi payagang mag-swimming doon sa mga high coliform level, no? Again, yung coliform level natin, ang standard number natin is 100 pababa. And this is hundreds of thousands, no? Before nung May, there's a certain area there na umabot pa ng 3.4 million yung coliform level. So magtatanong po tayo saan nanggagaling ito, no? So nanggagaling ito mostly doon sa mga commercial establishments na wala namang sewerage treatment system, wala silang pakialam, basta diretso sa dagat yung tapo ng mga dumi. And of course, again, same problem with Manila Bay, which is the ISX. Okay, yung informal settler families. Now, from the past administration of El Nido, na pagplanuhan yung relocation ng mga informal settlers doon. But sad to say, napalitan yung mayor doon, and we need to make another plan, no? But we're calling on the attention of the new mayor, Edna Lim, to consider those good projects or plans nung past administration para patuloy na lang namin at hindi na kami mag-start tuloy from scratch. Dahil, kahit anong gawin natin paglilinis dyan, if hindi natin ma-implement yung prevention nung pagdagdag ng pollution, I don't think we will be successful on this. But alarming lang yung level nung coliform niya, kung kaya inaksyon na namin ito na ipagbawal mag-swim. Now, talking about the tourism business, yung tourism impact doon, no? Takot ang tao na meron ng mga nag-book at baka hindi sila matuloy. Well, these areas na sinasabi natin are areas kung saan nakaparada yung mga bangka. Ito yung sa town proper at doon yung negosyo. So, yung talagang tourism area which is yung sa mga islands, hindi naman maapektuhan. So, ihahanap lang natin ng location na kung saan pwedeng magsakay uli ng mga turista papunta sa mga islands, and of course, yung mga pasaway ng mga hotels, malamang, yun yung marekomenda na maapektuhan na itong closure. Pero yung tourism doon, hindi naman natin hahayaang maapektuhan. Dahil we can also see na maganda yung takbo ng negosyo rin doon. But of course, base na rin sa kautusan ng ating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na unahin yung usaping kalikasan. Dahil if we will just take it like that, who knows, maybe after a few years, wala na yung El Nido.
Teka, yan ko muna. Let's put things in context, ano? Compare halimbawa yung problema sa Boracay noon at yung prevailing situation sa El Nido. How would you, compare?
Okay.
Assess yung seriousness ng problem.
Okay. The situation in Boracay and El Nido is not the same. Kasi yung Boracay, kung mapapansin mo, yung mismong tinawag na cesspool, doon mismo yung swimming area. Doon mismo naglalaro yung mga bata, doon nag-swimming yung mga turista, doon nag-water sports and everything. So doon sila mismo sa cesspool. Unlike dito sa El Nido, na sakayan yon. Doon yung babaan ng mga goods coming from other places, di ba? Yung isla na yun. So yun yung pinaka-pier niya. But hindi siya swimming area. But what happens is, minsan, syempre, tinatamad na yung mga turista, doon na nagsuswimming. Di ba? So, it's two different things, no? But, ang masasabi natin dito, kapag sinara natin yung mga establishments, baka naman kulangin ng hotels sa El Nido. With that, wala tayong assurance na masabi sa kanila, hindi, protection na namin negosyo nyo. No. Since kayo mismo, na binigyan namin ng ample time, na ayusin yung problema nyo, last year pa, hanggang ngayon, hindi nyo inaksyonan, siguro, gobyerno naman ang gagalaw para sa inyo.
Di ba meron mga high-end dyan sa El Nido? Accessible only by private plane, you know?
Yes, actually, dati ganoon, no?
Wala
But
na ngayon,
ngayon may commercial, hindi, meron mga islands na ganoon. No?
Yung exclusive.
Yung may exclusive, yeah.
$10,000.
Yes, merong mga ganyang isla doon. But what we're trying to talk about here is yung doon sa ikangay pangmasa. Yung regular na pinupuntahan ng mga turista. So yun yung pangangalagaan natin. And yet, hindi natin hihintayin na, alam nyo, ang kinaganda sa gobyerno ngayon, hindi gaya noon, na may health risk yung dagat, di ba? Ang sasabihin noon is, kausapin nyo muna DOH bago namin aksyonan yan. Iba na po ngayon. Kung pwedeng aksyonan ni PCOO, aksyonan ni PCOO. Kung pwedeng aksyonan ngayon ni DENR, aksyonan ng DENR. Di ba? Yung tinatawag natin na red tape, nasa isang tabi na po yan. Of course, utos na rin po ng ating Pangulo.
Kali ba sabihin yan?
Yun, sure.
Sabihin lang ako. Yung difference nung team ni Pangulo at saka yung dati. Totoo lang talaga. Talagang nagmamahalan kami. Talagang team talaga siya, di ba, Benny?
Yes,
Talagang
yes.
Even with the cabinet secretaries, you see talaga they're very close and there's really we really see each other as a team. Unlike pala before, syempre nag-research ako kasi bago ako sa gobyerno. Ganito ba talaga? Kasi mahal na mahal ko sila. Talagang parang pakiramdam ko, talaga kami, pamilya, team talaga, na talagang we surround the president and whatever he wants, let's do it. Let's move the country forward. It's always like that. It wasn't like that pala before. Dati talaga competition, nagsisiraan. It's not like that. I mean, you look at the cabinet secretaries, whatever you see is real. It's like, and the way they treat us, it's really like a family, down to the lowest talaga na in the government. You really gather around, and it's really for the country. It's really love for country right now. And I just feel so honored to be part of this team kasi talagang yung pervasive na pakiramdam is talagang para sa bayan ito habang nandito tayo. It's not BS, di ba, Ben?
Yeah.
Siguro, let's go to Manila Bay, closer to home.
Okay. Going to Manila Bay, now if you will notice, seems like in the Baywalk area, kasi the heart of Manila Bay seems like it's the Baywalk area. Pag nakikita mo, oops, ganito. Now, you can see na parang nagbalik yung mga basura, di ba? Well, expected po yan. Okay? First, let me explain this to you. Ang basura po sa Manila Bay, may current po yung dagat natin. Ano po? Bawat itapon po ng isa sa atin doon, hindi po ito nakukuha sa kabilang isla o sa kabilang bayan. Hindi po. Naiipon po yan sa gitna ng dagat kapag amihan. Meron po tayong tinatawag na garbage patch. Na makikita mo, alam mo, naging isla na yung basura. Meron pong ganyan. Ito po, sa gitna. And yan po ay nakita ko sa boundary ng Bataan at ng Manila. Na po, yung gitnang-gitna niya. Kitang-kita po yung garbage patch. Na ang haba niya is about 20 to 30 kilometers. Yung garbage patch. Na ang width niya siguro is about 50 to 100 feet yung width niya. No? So, ang laking basura po niyan. Liliit yung tapos lalaki. Ganun. But pag inipon nyo po yan, parang isang City of Manila na siya pag inipon yung nakabilog na ganyan. So, malaki. Now, what happens is, pagdating po ng habagat, hihipan po yan. Papasok ng
Manila Bay.
Baywalk area. And if you will notice, meron pong nakaharang sa may Manila na breakwater. At may malaking bakante rito sa kaliwa na about 2-point-something kilometers ang haba. From that breakwater to the Manila Yacht Club, 2 kilometro mahigit. Diyan po dumadaan yung basura. Papasok ng Baywalk. So ano pong ginawa ng inyong lingkod bilang pambansang basurero at Usec for Solid Waste Management, we came up with a trash trap. Haharangan po yan, itatrap po dyan yung basura para hindi umabot sa Baywalk. But that will be a temporary measure to prevent na umabot doon sa kalye yung basura. Okay. Now, saan nadadaan yung mga bangka? Dito po sa kabila. Na papunta naman sa pier, barko nga nagkakasya, ikaw bangka, di ka magkasya. So, ang gagawin po ng ibang kasaway nating mga kapatid, gaya po nung ginawa namin na silk curtain para makontain yung mga dumi galing sa outfall, ninakaw po yung boya. Yung boya po na pampalutang nung silk curtain. Sinira yung curtain. Alam nyo po, pakamahal po niyang mga yan dahil grabe gawin yan. Hindi ho basta-basta yan. Hindi ho yun yung gagawin mo lang sandali. Bayan mo ganyan. Kasi araw, ulan, lahat kailangan matibay siya. Or else sayang yung pagod. Haharangan po namin ganyan yan. Then, lilinisin po ng skimmer yan. But ang skimmer po, yung tinatawag na kumukuha ng mga trash na yan, hindi ho maaari sa malakas na alon. Kung kaya, maaaring gamitin namin trash boat, yung mano-mano na. Ilalagay mo sa trash boat. So, these are the things na kinoconsider namin para makontain namin na hindi na pumasok ng Manila Bay. Pero, maingat po kami bago namin gawin dahil isang nakikita namin maging problema is yung mga floaters namin na ginagamit na nakawin. Pangalawang nakikita namin, sasagasaan ng mga bangka ito. So, paano namin makokontrol? We need to come up with a CCTV, a long-distance CCTV from Rojas Boulevard. Kuha yung breakwater na yun. And we need to come up with the scheme na lahat ng sea vessel kailangan may pangalan. No po, pansinin nyo yung Pasig River. Lahat na dumadaan dyan, barge, tapos yung tugboat, lahat walang malinaw na pangalan. Ano nangyari? Nababoy ang Pasig River natin. Ngayon, meron bang accountable? Wala. So, again, expect the worst, which is malamang ipagbawal temporarily itong mga unidentified sea vessels na ito or river vessels na ito na dumadaan ng Pasig River na nagiging dahilan ng water hyacinth. Kasi pag gumarahi sila, nag-burst sila sa gilid, kadalasan po dyan, overtime sila dyan. Abutin ng weeks, months, meron na nga years nandun po tumutubo yung mga water hyacinth. At kapag naman po, tapos na tong panahon na ito, basura naman ang naiipon doon sa gitna ng pinagdaungan nila. So when I asked the Coast Guard, the Maritime, the PPA, Navy, lahat, Marina, lahat po sila tinanong namin, sino ang mayroong authority? Even the Pasig River yan, yung PRRC, sino ang may jurisdiction dito sa mga vessel na ito? Wala. Walang malinaw. So now, are calling on all the commercial establishments, the industrial establishments near Pasig River to shape up, come up with a mitigation on the river, or else maapektuhan po mga negosyo nyo, pasensyahan po tayo dahil the order of the President is to clean up not only Manila Bay but even Pasig River. So there's this big company, hindi ko na ho papangalanan, na nakitaan namin na malakas na tagas nung ng kanilang wastewater na iba ang kulay. When the LLDA and the PRRC attempted to enter their premises, pinagbawal po nilang pumasok. Bawal po ito sa batas. And we will get back to you as soon as possible. Expect the best. The best case na ipa-file namin against you people.
Ano yung sinasabi sa social media?
Wala ko bang
Na
hint?
after yung...
Anong klaseng ano to? Anong klaseng industry or
Hindi, alam
line
na,
of business?
ito po yung pinakamalaking industry na gumagamit dyan sa Pasig River. Alam po yan. Alam niyo po, ito yung nagpa-parking ng kanyang barge, mga 8 hanggang 9, minsan 10. Nakakala mo kanya yung Pasig River, tapos yung kanyang bodega, puno-puno, inuubos niya yung materyales, tapos kukunin niya dito sa barge. So, literal na bodega niya yung Pasig River.
Ba't di mo siya pangalan?
Pag may kaso na po. Hindi, pag may kaso na. Kakasuhan muna natin.
Di ba flower ang matanda?
Basta kakasuhan po muna natin. Kasi mas maganda yung gano'n. Dahil mapipreempt tayo. Alam naman natin, itong mga malalaking ano na ito, mga establishments na ito, malalaking businessmen na ito, meron tinatawag doon na phone a friend. Di ba? So bago siya mag-phone a friend, siguro maganda may kaso na muna siya. Diba
Sino
po?
ba friend mo? Digong, di ba? O, phone a friend ka din.
Ang gagawin po natin is
Ano ng friend? A friend, gano'n?
huliin natin muna yan. Huliin natin.
Ano yung sinasabi, sandali, pare.
Ano
Ano yung sinasabi doon sa social media? Parang kung pagkatapos daw lumakas yung ulan, lumapad yung beach doon sa Boracay.
Well, tapos na tayo Manila Bay, ha? Okay, Boracay naman tayo.
Boracay tapos Baguio siguro. Malaki na rin yan issue.
Yun, doon.
Okay.
Haba na ano
Okay,
yan.
okay,
Picture pa.
Okay. Boracay, first of all, doon po sa nakita niyong baha, no, these are isolated cases. First, under construction po kasi sa Boracay.
Okay.
May build tayo roon, wherein talaga makikita natin na napakaraming debris. Maraming bato, buhangin, diba, putik. So it goes to the drainage. Nagbabara siya. So with that, we call on the people of Boracay to help us also. Pag nakita nyo pong ganoon, na ika nga maalikabok na, alam nyo po yung konting alikabok na winawalis nyo patungo doon sa kanal, magbabara po yan. No? So, tulong ng taong bayan, una hiningi natin. Pangalawa, these are isolated case. Why? Kasi po, tapos na yung 2 outfall natin na hindi naman kalakihan. But the main outfall is the 3rd outfall, which is napakalaki nito na kaya i-accommodate yung island. No? Etong outfall na to, ang base sa unang usapan dito, 7 years para tapusin ito ng pyesa. But happy to tell the people na yung 7 years na squeeze ng Boracay Interagency Task Force into 3 years. Now they have 1 year and few months na, no, na consume. So we expect na within next year or 2020, early 2021, tapos na ito. Pero based doon sa ayoko kasing tanggapin yung sabi nila na within next year daw, tapos eh. Binigyan mo allowance, basta within 3 years, matatapos yung main outfall na yan. So, yung baha na nakita natin, natural lang po yun. And, again, please, always remember that the President came up with a statement on the cesspool issue. So, what we need to address there in Boracay is the cesspool issue. And, we succeeded. Admit it or not, doon po sa ating mga kaibigan sa kabilang bakod. No? But, on this issue, sa mga kalye, sa mga easement and everything, these are all add-ons. No? Regalo na lang ng Pangulo to sa taong bayan na ito ang batas, ipatupad natin. Which is, hindi naman kasama doon sa cesspool na sinasabi ng Pangulo. Okay? Nilagay lang po natin sa tama.
Hindi pa pala tapos.
Hindi pa. We were given 2 years. Basically, on the cesspool issue, the Boracay Interagency Task Force was given 2 years. No? And hanggang next year pa ng April yon. Okay, yung 2 years. Now, yun namang outfall, main outfall, they were given 3 years. So, on target naman kami. But bear with us, of course, hindi po kami si Superman na immediately kaya namin gawin yan. But we are doing our best to fast track everything. And yet, before, they were saying na hindi kakayanin na 6 months yung cesspool issue. And yet, 4 months lang ata, 5 months, na-reach na namin target namin. But pinag-aralan pa namin ang pinag-aralan. Napakarami pa palang problema. And yet, that is also the situation here in Manila Bay, wherein we came up with a statement saying na within 1 year, no, January 27 yung launching, within 1 year, we will try our best na makapag-identify na swimmable area dito sa Manila Bay. So what do you mean by Manila Bay? Comes all the way from Bataan to Cavite.
So, kailangan na eh.
Okay? So ngayon, ang pangako namin is within...
Hindi na lang, Baguio. Paano yung gagawin niya?
Okay, Baguio, we've checked on the area of the yung dump site nila. Yung actually it's they said that it is a transfer station and a composting station. But sad to say, when we arrived, we found out that it was an open dump site, no? Now the new mayor, Mayor Benjamin Bagalong, came up with an appeal to the regional office saying na ito po yung mga gagawin namin. I-activate namin yung composting machine namin, aayusin namin, and yet hindi na magtatagal ng 24 hours yung mga solid waste namin dito. We will conduct yung proper waste segregation information and education campaign for the residents of Baguio. Kasi aminin man natin, hindi overpopulated na yung Baguio eh. No? Hindi na, crowded na talaga. But since kailangan nilang tulong, we're giving them technical assistance also when it comes to their water treatment facility. Wherein, year 2010 pa lang, lumalabas na 12,000 na yung kailangan nila. 12 million or 12,000? 12 million. 12 million liters yung kailangan nilang linisin. Samantala, 8 million lang yung kaya ng facility. Okay? 2010 yun. Ngayon pa. Di ilan na lang. Same facility pa rin.
Nung Webes may statement si Congressman Atienza, wala rong nangyayari dyan sa paglilinis ng Manila Bay. Kasi yung pinakamalaking may pananagutan na naniningil ng 20%.
Siya daw?
Yung water concession na. Yung water concession na dalawa. Naniningil ng 20%. Naniningil ng 20%. Congressman Atienza, wala rong nangyayari dyan sa paglilinis ng Manila Bay. Kasi yung pinakamalaking may pananagutan na naniningil ng 20%.
Siya daw?
Yung water concession na. Yung water concession na dalawa. Naniningil ng 20%. Naniningil ng 20% sa atin na nagbabayad. Yun wala namang ginagawa sa tubig.
Well, okay. Tama yon, no? Tama yon. And yet, nakalimutan ko yung ano eh. I'm sorry, ha. Think they were given, I think, about 30 something years, no? Bago buuin,
Yeah.
no? Yung kanilang facilities, no?
Water treatment.
And nagalit si hindi naman nagalit, kundi it hurts the good secretary Roy Simato hearing those words na ano, parang ang dating is parang ginisa po ang taong bayan sa sariling mantika. Kung kaya't ni-reduce yun into something like 10 something years lang, no? Ni-reduce yun, comply nyo to or else we will act on you. Yun ang mangyayari dito, yung dalawang water concessionaires na yan.
So hindi sila maglalagay pa ng water treatment facilities?
Hindi, meron. Nagde-develop sila ngayon. But base doon sa Supreme Court, alam ko sa Supreme Court ruling yun na lumabas na after about 30 something years bago nila mabubuo yung matatapos yung buong facility.
Within 30 years.
Within 30 years. Would you imagine that? Ano na yun? Eh di, obsolete na yun pagkarating nung natapos nila yun. Di ba? So yun yung mga bagay-bagay na kino-consider natin, and at the same time, hindi na natin papayagan dito sa Administrasyong Duterte na gisahin ang taong bayan sa sariling mantika.
Paano yung 20% na sinisingil nila? Para sa sewerage?
Well, yun nga po ang kailangan maimbestigahan. Siguro, total, nanggaling na rin sa bibig ng ating butihing kongresista Lito Atienza at dating alkalde ng Maynila. Sana nasolve niya na ito noon. Di sana
May ginawa ba siya?
Marami naman.
Manila Bay.
Oo, marami siyang ginawa doon. Pinagibangan yan. Bago po. Di ba? Marami, di ba? Okay, so,
Okay.
since that is the situation, total siya naman ng mayor dati at ngayon siya ay kongresista. Ganda siguro pakandak siya ng investigation sa Congress.
Hindi, pero ang DENR, kasi kayo may primary mandate sa environment. Obviously, talagang naniningil yung dalawa. Manila Water at saka Maynila.
Well, yan. Pagkarating sa kanya situation, magkakaroon na ng turuan yan. Magtuturuan si MWSS, si DNR. Alam, magkakaroon na ng turuan yan. Okay? Now, rather than magkaroon ng turuan, we'd rather come up with a solution on this matter. Now, since yung issue na yan, is within the mandate na ng Congress, ibabalik ko naman ngayon kay Congressman Atienza na pakandak siya ng ano.
Kasi alam na naman, alam mo rin yan eh. May LLDA. Ang regulation nasa executive.
So, pagdating namin kasi,
LLDA,
Hindi, ganito yan, sir.
ng DNR.
pagdating kasi namin, nakakahon siya. Nakasulat na sa ano nila. Nakasulat na yung gustong mangyari. Kumbaga, helpless na kami when it comes to legal issues, no?
Napagmulta nga dun sa nawalang tubig eh.
Well, okay yun. Tama yun, nasa mandato natin. Paano mo siya
pagmulta dito sa walang sewage treatment?
Hindi nga, dahil nga sinasabi ko may Supreme Court ruling na nga eh, na after 30 years pa mahigit bago mo matapos eh. Di ba? Paano mo?
Wala bang persuasive power?
Well, persuasive power, yes, we do. Alam mo naman mga higante to. We need the help really of the legislative branch on this, no? To come up with a law, di ba? Na to stop this kind of system wherein ang taong bayan ay nagigisa sa sariling mantika. Di ba? Nakinita na sa taong bayan bago ko gagawin yung pasilidad ko. Very simple eh. Naunawaan ko yung sinasabi mo, kapatid eh. Unang tanong, pag ikaw ba ay nagbukas ng tindahan at ang paninda mo ay puto, siyempre kailangan dala mo yung puto, nagtitinda ka. Tama ba na maningil ka muna ng pera at bibili ka ng puto para ibigay ko sa customer ko? Yun yung sinasabi mo eh. Na naniningil ako ng pera bago ko itatayo yung facilities. Di ba?
So lalabas sa komentary nun.
Yes. Ang problema na kahon nila ng maayos through the help of some unscrupulous politicians and judiciary people before.
Oh, yeah. Pero yung LLDA, may regulatory power na LLDA is an obscure agency.
Yes, yes.
Pero Bakit? Bakit nawala yung ano? Nawala ang LLDA dito?
Gaya ng sinasabi sa inyo, our hands are tied already pagdating namin. Nakakahon na. Kinahon na lahat yung mga...
Pero yung LLDA, kinakailangan may permit ang negosyong taga Metro Manila eh. East of Tagaytay, sakop ng LLDA.
Yes, tama tayo dyan. Now, again, my question here is, rather than pointing fingers or looking at the fault of the former administrations of these offices, even in DNR, we would rather come up with solutions.
Hindi ko pinuport yung LLDA. Tinitingnan ko siya solution.
Yeah,
Kasi wag lang silang pumirma, hihinto yung negosyo nila eh.
well, tama tayo dyan, no? Tama tayo dyan. Ihinto yung negosyo. Okay. Pero ang problema nga natin is very simple. Again, we go back doon sa sinasabi ni Tito Atienza, yung congressman. Doon tayo mag-concentrate sa sinasabi niya. Ang kailangan namin is batas na aalalay sa amin. Para naman, etong lumabas na Supreme Court ruling, madikitan man lang at mabigyan man lang na dagdag na armas yung pong regulatory body, which is the LLDA, the DENR, the MWSS. Yun ang kailangan namin tulong sa kasalukuyan. But with the help of the good President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, kaya namin nai-implement ito ng dikdikan, kung napapansin mo.
Kasi si President Duterte, may pakako siya nung una niya sa una eh. I-declare daw niya yung Laguna Lake. I remember that vividly. Sabi niya, papasabugin niya. 3 years from now, di naman nabawasan yung hectareage, nadagdagan pa. Wala pa naman sumasabog.
Well, we're doing things now. Actually, katatapos lang nung meeting, I think last month, about the development of Laguna Lake. So, cool ka lang. Na-action na. It's just that na una lang priority yung Manila Bay. Then, if you'll notice, gaya na sabi ko, dito sa Manila Bay, doon sa Baywalk area, makita nyo hindi ganun katindi ang aksyon dahil ang aksyon ngayon nasa creeks and rivers leading to Manila Bay.
Di ba LLDA area nga yun?
Hindi. Kaya nga, kasama rin naman namin sila eh.
Hindi. Ano ginagawa ng LLDA ngayon? Bakit ikaw ang DNR mismo nakikita?
Hindi. Kasama na sila sa Interagency Task Force. Magkakasama.
May batas para sa Laguna Lake. Wala naman napatutupad.
I'll get their attention on that. I'll inform the good secretary on that. So, we can see kung ano talaga yung mga measures na ginagawa rin ng LLDA. And at the same time, etong prevention na ginagawa natin on the additional pollution, tuloy-tuloy ito, paakyat naman ng Laguna Lake na to. Bakit na to?
Diba, bata tayo, tinuturan tayo. Pag naglilinis, una sa taas. Pag naliligo, una sa ulo, huli sa paa. Kung nilinis mo ang Manila Bay, marumi yung source ng tubig, paano malilinis ang Manila Bay? Yung pumupunta ang tubig doon, coming from...
Hindi source ng tubig ng Laguna Lake, no? Ng Manila Bay. Ang Manila Bay...
Yeah, pero yung basura nagagaling doon.
No. Hindi. No, mali tayo ron. Ang Manila Bay tsaka ang Laguna Lake parang siso. Pag high tide, babalik. Low tide, babalik. Ganun yan. Dalawa yan. So, ang gagawin natin is, yung river na pinapasukan ng mga creek, doon galing yung mga wastewater. Okay? Yun yung lilinisin natin. Then, lilinisin natin dito, lilinisin din natin dyan. Actually, dalawa ang binabagsakan ng basura. Laguna Lake at Manila Bay. So, lilinisin pareho yan. Okay? But, yung estero ang pinaka-importanting linisin muna. Kasi yung estero, doon galing yan sa mga informal settlers, doon sa mga residents, yun yung kailangan umaksyon. Okay, please.
Usec, i-clarify ko lang. Meron kayong sinabi kanina na mga barge, mga sasakyan sa Pasig River. Sabi niyo walang may kapangyarihan sa kanila na mag-regulate. Ngayon, anong solusyon po natin? Sino ang nakikita niyo pwedeng mag-regulate sa kanila?
Well, ang gagawin natin is we have this proposal na i-bolt in lahat ng mandate ng lahat ng agencies na may kinalaman tungkol sa tubig, dagat, ilog, pag-iisahin po lahat at ang a-action po riyan is the Interagency Task Force na. No? Para hindi na magturuan, isa na lang ang gagalaw, Interagency Task Force. And we will implement the full force of the law just to save Pasig River also.
pwede po ba itong maisama doon sa mandato ng parang I understand binubuong Department of
Water.
Water.
Ay, iba naman to. No? Iba naman yun. Yung Department of Water is
Supply.
will be more concentrated on the water supply of the country dahil
Sumabog.
nakita nyo, nangyayari kasi yung problema ni MWSS, tapos yung kay Manila Water, tsaka kay Maynilad, tuturo naman kay NWRB, nagtuturuan eh. Kaya ang basa ko sa kautusan ng ating Pangulo, pag-isahin. No, pag-isahin para yung ika nga, yung kakulangan, na-foresee na kagad, nagkaroon ng foresight kagad na, oy, kukulangin tayong tubig next year, may El Nino, ganito, ano ang solusyon? Eto, nakita nyo, yung pag-asa nung pinakialaman ng Pangulo, gumanda ang serbisyo ng pag-asa. Eto ngayon, yun yung nakikita kong target ng ating Pangulo, na magkaroon ng isang body na talagang magbigay ng konkretong kasagutan sa taong bayan. Bukas may tubig ka. Yun ang gusto ni Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
So doon sa task force na sinasabi niyo naman doon sa mga naglalayag sa
Ilog.
sa mga ilog, parang ang gagawin parang sila yung tatayong LTO ng mga waterways.
Well, hindi. Actually, may task force na tayo eh. No? Based on the mandamus issued by the Supreme Court, meron tayong tinatawag na Manila Bay Coordinating Office. But, ang ginawa ni Presidente, pinalakas pa, nagtayo ngayon ng task force through an administrative order para i-implement yung una coordinating.
Yes.
Di ba? And, kumbaga, splinter group yung gumagalaw. So, linis to rito, linis to doon sa kabilang kanto. Yung gitna, iwan na lang. Ngayon hindi, sabay-sabay lahat. Tsaka tulong-tulong.
Hindi sila under ng Marina.
Hindi nga rin daw eh.
Kasi nagagamit din na sila sa dagat eh.
Hindi rin nga eh.
Hindi sila under ng Coast Guard.
Hindi rin daw eh.
Walang gobyerno para sila. No?
Oh, yun na nga eh. Tapos, nung inalam namin, correct me if I'm wrong na lang, na nagbabayad sila ng permit sa Maynila. E yet, umaabot sila hanggang Pasig. So, bakit? Ba't Maynila?
Bakit yung bangkang kagaya ng Gender 1, nagre-register yan sa Coast Guard at Marina. Bakit itong mga lighterage?
Hindi, naka-register sila. Naka-register sila. Yan, sa Marina, ganyan, naka-register. Pero yung sinasabi na pagpasok nila doon sa Pasig River, para bang free zone sa kanila, bahala kayo. Saan nyo gusto mag-birth?
Walang ruta.
Wala. Kung gusto nyo saan pumarking dyan, saan kayo magtali bigla. So, yun yung nangyayari dyan, na matagal ng sistema na, ika nga, di ba dati, pati yung likod ng press club, pwede mong garayan ng mga barge. So, ngayon, ito yung mga bagay-bagay na pipigilin natin temporarily unless na magkaroon ng guidelines na malinaw how we will deal with them. Kaya nga,
Sa anong kumpanya yun? Kasi ilan lang naman yan eh.
marami.
Either,
Marami.
ang pinakamalaking lighterage, Concepcion. Pangalawa, Lusuntan.
Marami.
Ilan naman ang may lighterage yun eh.
Hindi, marami.
Nung tinggi isa.
Hindi, marami.
Marami.
Marami talaga. As in, marami talaga. Yung iba ginagawa.
Semento. Yung semento.
Marami. Yeah. Meron din. Semento, arena, feeds. Ang dami yan.
Sa Mandaluyong.
Bakal, meron din. So what they do, napakalaking tipid nga naman ha. Kukunin sa pier, lilipat sa barge, hahatakin ng tugboat, dadalin doon.
Iiwanan.
Hindi nila kailangan ng rental ng bodega. Ang bodega nila, yung barge na iiwanan nila. Pag naubos yung laman ng bodega, ihigupin lang yan, papasok sa bodega nila. Dating na naman, yung bagong puno na naman. So would you imagine, magkano yung nawawalang taxes sa gobyerno na ginawa nilang garahian, and yet, yan yung isa sa nagpo-pollute sa ating Pasig
Hindi
River.
sila nagbabayad ng demorahe.
Wala.
Ay, di buti mo pala yung mga barko sa Subic.
Yes.
Nagbabayad ng demorahe.
Yes. Yung berthing fee, wala. Walang berthing fee. Yung paggarahe, wala.
Kasi walang pera.
Oh, wala. Yun yung tinanong ko kay PPA.
PPA yan.
Sabi ko, PPA, ano bang nyo, jurisdiction nyo? Sabi nila, sa port po kami. Oh, so yung Pasig River, hindi port yan. Hindi po. May jurisdiction kayo? Wala po. So ito yung isosolve natin na problema.
Okay, we have time for only siguro 1 or 2 questions. Sige.
Kay Usec Benny,
Yes, sir.
ang wastewater treatment ay talagang mandate ng DENR at kayo ang naka-assign po dyan, ano? Pero parang may diferensya itong ano natin na yung pondo kinokolekta in advance at nasa kamay nitong dalawang Manila Water sa wastewater. Magkano na ho ang accumulated amount na nakuha nila para malaman natin kung magkano ang available budget. Kasi ako, I would suggest that we are still in the state of emergency. Linis kayo ng linis yung sa Roas Boulevard, pero ito namang nanggagaling sa Pasig River. Tuloy-tuloy naman ang pagdudumi. Kaya parang walang katapusan yan. Unless na yung pondo ng wastewater na nakolekta nila, i-transfer sa DENR at kaya mag-implement ng wastewater. Siguro, with the use of the emergency, ay ililipat ang pondo sa inyo by the directive of the President. Mamadaliin nyo nga, hindi 30 years. It's too long. Baka wala na tayo nun.
Well, yeah.
Sorry. Ang ibig ko pong sabihin,
Yes.
you can transfer these funds to your department and implement faster itong wastewater treatment.
Yeah, that is not our prerogative, no? Kasi basically, gaya ng sinasabi sa inyo, dumating kami, nakakaon na yan.
Opo.
Okay, nasa batas na yan. Meron na po silang kontrata sa gobyerno. Kung kaya't, kung usaping legal po, agrabyado tayo talaga. Now, if there will be someone who will contest it, the better. Opo, hindi ko kayo tinuturuan, pero kung gusto niyo, di gawin niyo na kagad. Opo, yun ang maganda riyan. But, basically, yung po, our hands are tied in that issue. Dahil dumating po tayo, inabutan na natin. Hindi pwedeng yung, hindi, bigla, babrasuhin mo o pipilipitin mo yung kamay. Well, hindi po ganoon ang sistema ng pamahalaan. Meron po tayong batas na sinusundan at mga kontrata na ginagalang.
Usec, yung po bang, di ba po sa Manila Bay may part doon na sakop na rin ng Cavite?
Yes, sir.
Paano po yung mga baradero na yung shipyard na inalis ng Nabotas, nilipat ng Cavite? Hindi po rin ba sila nakaka-apekto sa Manila Bay?
Well, nakaka-apekto rin sila, no? Basically, yan nga ang nakita namin dahil ang inyong pong lingkod, ang Estero and River leader dito po sa Bangkulasi River tsaka yung Balot River dito sa may Nabotas, no? So, sa akin yan, tsaka kay Usec Ernesto Adobo Jr. So, makikita mo yung baradero nandyan, talaga nagtitik-tik ng kalawang, diretso sa dagat. So, these are the things na kita mo iba yung kulay ng tubig nila roon. Isa rin yan sa i-issue namin ng cease and desist order or and at the same time, isa rin yan sa mga kakasuhan namin sa Pollution Adjudication Board.
Sir, yung mga basura from Canada, naubos na ba? Balik? Parang may pumasok na naman lately.
Wala, no. Actually, ganito yan eh. Hinihintay ko lang kasi ang dami natin kino-consider when it comes to the itong importation na to ng sinasabi nyong quote-unquote basura, no? First, let me explain to the people of the Philippines, hindi po tayo nag-i-import ng basura. Ang basura po, kaya tinawag na basura yan po ay ready for disposal, itapon, sunugin, o ano pa mang dapat gawin. No po? Pero yung ini-import po, na inire-recycle, yan po ay hindi basura. Although, pinanggalingan yan ay basura, pagdating po rito at sinabing recyclables, yan po ay recyclables lang. First, we don't allow hazardous waste to be imported. Okay? Now, what we're doing right now is, since there's a call coming from the President na itigil na lahat yan, sakit sa ulo niyan. Yes, we will do that. But, with precautionary measures, wherein, inaalam po natin ilan yung Pilipinong tatamaan sakaling itigil natin ito. Alam naman po natin na napakaraming pong mga kababayan natin na umaasa rin sa ganitong negosyo. No po? Now, nadama yung iba, nadama yung mga used appliances, used computers. These computers can be used for about 5 to 10 years pa, no? For encoding purposes na affordable ng mga mahihirap bilhin. So ano, titigil din natin yan. Diba? These are the things na kino-consider natin on the recommended moratorium. Yours truly is recommending for a moratorium of importation of all waste-related importations. Okay? Para we come up with a strict guideline. We come up with the strict IRR, di ba? On the importation. First, before you can have a permit, before you can be issued a permit coming from the EMB, you should at least post a bond. Diba? Assuming, kunwari lang, 3 milyon. Ikaw ba, sa tingin mo, 3 milyon yung bond mo eh. Hahaluan mo ng basura yan? Diba? Hindi mo gagawin yon. Dahil matatakot ka na baka yung 3 milyon mong bond, makumpis ka ng gobyerno. Pag kumpis ka noon, may kaso ka pa sa pub, yung pollution na, hindi sa pub. May kaso ka pa, may kulong ka pa. May multa ka pa. Aside from the 3 million na kinumpis ka na, ha? So, yun yung mga bagay na ipopropose natin para masecure natin ang ating bansa at hindi na magparating ng basura. No? Kasi dati, pag parating ka, bayad ka lang 100,000, okay na eh. And we see something, no? Na this movement of garbage from other country, exposed ko to in the future. It's connected to money laundering.
We'll discuss that some other time. Anyway, we'll just ask the two resource persons to give a parting words, like calling the people to support yung efforts niya sa local peace talks.
We have a fantastic president. He's moved our country forward, and we're in a place that we've never been to. We've never been in for as far back as I can remember. But having said that, and he also has a team that's like him, but for the most part sincere and hardworking. But having said that, the president and the government cannot do it on our own. We really need to. If you really love your country and your thoughts are for the future generations of Filipinos, then you will really heed the call of the president of this whole of nation approach to end this scourge that has been with us for over 50 years now, and that has stood in the way of our progress. And for me, the worst part is by using the poorest of the poor, the most vulnerable in our sector, in our country, to fuel their terrible war. So I hope the people will be one with us by, number one, educating themselves, educating their children. At the very least, tell them, okay, sumali ng LFS, di ba? Or to question what they hear and what they read on paper about the president, about his government. And you will gather behind us and educate yourselves, and we will also do our part. And it's NDF work is really all about good governance. So if you have a public servant in front of you who's corrupt, who is corrupt and incompetent, you report them to us, and we will act on it. So let's move our country forward. Thank you.
Okay, Benny, last parting shot.
Parting shot? Parking shot. Okay. Again, just like what the good undersecretary from PCOO said, the beautiful Usec Badoy, we cannot do this on our own. We need the help of the people. What we're cleaning right now is not the base, it's not the waterways, but we're cleaning the culture of the Filipino people and trying to encourage them to love their country. Okay? We're paid to do this, so you don't have to thank us. But what we're trying to say is, we're paid to take care of your lives and the next generation also. Now, since that is the situation, we need you people to at least cooperate. Kung ayaw pong tumulong na maglinis, wag na lang magkalat. Kung ayaw pong tumulong sa aming ginagawa, wag na lang manira. Especially to the opposition, it's about time for us to give peace a chance, no? And the ratings will speak for itself. It means the people are supporting us in what we're doing. And if you will only help us, maybe we can be successful and you will have ample time to come back to the political, to your political agenda, and people might love you again in what you will do in the future. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, on that note, we'd like to formally end this forum for this Saturday. We'd like to thank you, two Usecs we have today, Usec Lorraine Badoy and Usec Benny Antiporda. Thank you also to all the members of the media who are here today. We'll see you next Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Pala, sabi ko, ba't nandito si Vince? Kami nagko-cover na pala si Vince nito.
It's from the PCOO Usec